Thanks so much for coming on. So we don't pay any attention to Canada. It's famously boring. That's a compliment. Bad things don't typically happen there, but this has happened. The guy's taken total control of the country and canceled human rights, and our State Department, our media, the Biden administration say nothing? How does that work?
Tucker, what's amazing is Justin Trudeau, on the record, has told us exactly who he is. When Fidel Castro died, he had glowing words for Fidel Castro. He has talked about how much respect and admiration he has for China and the way things are run in China. He has told us exactly who he is. We don't care. What is frightening about this, because the things going on in Canada are foreshadowing or working in parallel, in concert with the events happening here in this country. I'm sorry if people get offended, but the January 6th thing, they assassinated this young woman, Ashley Babbitt, and they've thrown people in dungeons for trespassing on the Capitol. And what's going on in Canada with the truckers is bad. But we have the same style things going on here in America. The opposition to the left and their secularization of American society, the demonizing of freedom. That was one, in your mono, when you start talking about, they demonize freedom. America has been built upon freedom, opportunity, and self-determination. That's what made us the envy of the world. They're demonizing all of that, and now the goal in America is equity, inclusion, and diversity. Those things are controlled by elites and governments. Freedom, opportunity, and self-determination, that's on you and me as individuals to go get that. And that's why people beat down doors to get in this country. And all of this, freedom, opportunity, self-determination, all of that goes hand in hand with Christianity, Tucker. And if you go look at Canada, and in the 50s and 60s, that country, like 65% of them went to church regularly on Sundays. They've dropped that down to about 10% now. And so we don't even value freedom right now because we don't understand its importance, and they've handed us equity, diversity, and inclusion, and the race religion, and anybody that disagrees with them, oh my God, there was a swastika, there was a Confederate flag. It's a group of racists. Anybody who loves freedom and wants to try to fight to protect it, they're racist, they're sellouts, they're not in line with the global agenda. We need to pay attention to what's going on in Canada and pay attention to what's going on in this country. We are being bulldozed right now, those of us that love freedom, opportunity, and self-determination and Jesus Christ.
It's funny that secular societies have a very tough time preserving human rights. They talk about human rights constantly, but they were always the most oppressive societies, I have noticed. Jason Whitlock, I appreciate your coming on. Thank you.
Laws and these bills are imposed upon these types of schools, parents are just going to teach their kids at home. You know, I think they've had enough. There's so many restrictions, and I think that's the way it's heading, Rita. It's so complex. But good on the Prime Minister for trying, but sometimes you can't please the left-leaning people of any party. The more you give them, the more they want.
Well, I tell you, when you're a broad church, sometimes it's really hard to stand for anything. If you try to please everybody, you kind of lose sight of your principles.
Wrestle